Full-time score, Manchester United 2, Liverpool 2. 2-all draw at Old Trafford. It was never going to be an easy fixture, and Liverpool made it harder for themselves than it needed to be with the amount of wastefulness in the first half. Um, let's talk through the goals really quick. The Luis Diaz goal was well worked from the free kick. Darwin Nunez getting on the end of I believe, Robertson cross from the corner and connecting with it, and then Lucho kind of chasing, burying it at the back post with a nice kind of finish. Um, the opening of the game was crazy, but before that goal, we had seen an offside goal that Garnacho scored. We saw a chance that Szoboszlai had and a wonderful save from Onana. Onana was great today. He had a couple saves on Salah that were absolutely brilliant. Maguire was really solid for United. Credit to him. I'm not like obviously this is a bad result for Liverpool in the title race. 2-all draw, not ideal. 2-all draw to United, less ideal because of historical context, but also just the fact that this is going to give a side like Arsenal more kind of impetus to get after it. They're going to try to, you know, keep up their pace, which they've been doing so well. The second of the 4 goals, the equalizer for United, the first equalizer of the game, was a wonderful strike after error from Kwanzaa. United were pressing high. Kwanzaa tried to play a pass to Van Dijk. It was sloppy. It was short. It came straight to Bruno. Kelleher was outside his box, trying to get up to provide a passing option possibly. Bruno got onto it and just laced it from distance. It was a honestly sublime finish coming off a really, really poor kind of, pass from Kwanzaa, which is, uh, you know, he's still young. And I think it's I don't really it's his fault, of course. But at the same time, I don't think he's had many of those throughout the course of the season. So in terms of his general progression, he's done things for Liverpool that have kind of, saved Liverpool throughout the season, Kwanzaa. So I'm not too hard done about his kind of error. Obviously it sucks, but move on, you get over it. Definitely not the most ideal, but it is what it is. Beyond that, the second goal for United, that one I'm more so upset at Liverpool players for. Curtis Jones that just came on. Him and McAllister, I think it was, were in the box, and they're, effectively United were breaking. Garnacho took, no, I think it was Antony, not Garnacho. Antony took a wonderful touch. I want to say it was him. And then after that, Kobe Mainu got the ball just inside of the box against Liverpool, and he just curled an absolute screamer. I mean, it was a wonderful strike, his second Premier League goal. So, I mean, fair play. You can't really be upset at those because of the fact that in many respects that's just no one's saving that. That's just incredible. The shot I'm not necessarily upset with, but the fact that no one was really closing him down and afforded him so much space against a side like United, I know, sometimes you gotta let the player get the shot off and just try to put him in a worse position, but definitely felt a little lackluster from Liverpool. And then the penalty, the equalizer for Liverpool. Harvey Elliott came on. That was a really weird kind of almost Southern twang way of saying that. Yeah, this game's absolutely rattled my head if you couldn't tell. But Harvey Elliott came on. He played really well down the right-hand side. He was combining really well with Salah, getting on the end of some pretty solid passes with Gomez. But Liverpool, they didn't generate a ton with subs, or they didn't really have too much of a, what's the word I'm looking for? They didn't have too much of a proper hold on the game. And as a result, it was a lot of shaky passing, a lot of kind of poor timing, I guess, just lack of cohesion for a bit. But then it finally connected. Harvey and Salah linked up. Harvey got the ball inside the box, and Aaron Wan-Bissaka put in a needless challenge. Realistically, I mean Harvey was cutting in, and maybe he got a shot up. He would have got a shot off, or maybe he would have passed it to somebody and generated a chance. But penalty was awarded, rightfully so. I think Salah stepped up. It was really windy. You could see the ball bobble as he was placing it on the penalty spot. So it was very, very much a high pressure moment. There was some question as to whether or not McAllister would take it because he's taken a few recently, but Salah was given it, even though he has missed 2 this season. He buried that one. It was a very simple kind of finish for him, just down the left, not too much power, very well placed though, and Onana went the wrong way. And ultimately, I mean, as far as Premier League title races go, this is arguably the best I've ever seen. So from I guess I mean I'm not a neutral in this. I'm a Liverpool fan. I want Liverpool to win every game from here until the end of the season. Nothing changes. Nothing will change. But in terms of a neutral, non-biased perspective, this is the most exciting Premier League title race I've ever seen in my life. There's so much at stake for all 3 sides. And it's not like it's like, everyone says, "Oh, like they just got to win the rest of their games." And you hear pundits and former players alike being like, "Yeah, I could see them do it." And ultimately, stuff like this happens where, you have a 2-all draw against United because you were wasteful, because you weren't switched on in some moments. And, that could, in other seasons, I think this fixture a couple seasons back, if it was Liverpool and City only going head to head, this would be a death blow. This would be a total death knell. Nothing would really be able to stop City because that would be such a boost. And that's how the season would progress. But there's still a lot of football to be played. 7 fixtures left. Arsenal have a lot of tough games. Liverpool have a lot of tough games. Still some tough games for City as well. All 3 sides are in European competition. Liverpool in Europa League, Arsenal and City in the Champions League. And Arsenal and City might even have to face each other in the Champions League should they both win this round. So it's honestly like, from a non-biased perspective, most entertaining and exciting and best result for the neutrals, a 2-all draw here. But from a Liverpool perspective, it's definitely 2 points dropped, a bad result, and hopefully, Liverpool managing to salvage a point at the end there, despite being super wasteful throughout the whole game, and especially in the first half. I think that this is one of those results that hopefully the squad, from my perspective as a Liverpool fan, hopefully the squad can kind of take this. Hopefully they could make some kind of, concerted effort after this game to kind of take a lesson from it in terms of, efficiency, in terms of quality, in terms of patience. Really, there's a lot of moments where it felt like Liverpool trying to rush into things, and I get that pressing, and I get counter pressing and gegen pressing all requires for you to be on the front foot, ready to go. But sometimes it felt like the press was more of like a headless chicken kind of approach, as opposed to a single unilateral, gosh, can't speak right now, a single unilateral effort on behalf of the team. It felt very much like certain players would press and then other players would stop, and things I don't think are all like, I don't think Arsenal has won the league by any means. I don't think Liverpool has done anything to, I mean, obviously 9 goals behind on goal difference for Arsenal right now. City behind us by a point. I mean, it's not ideal, but at the end of the day, it's really going to have to come down to us winning all our games and Arsenal maybe slipping up somewhere, and just hope that City can also be staved off long enough, and then Liverpool should win the league. But that's a lot of ifs. We'll see how it goes. Thank you so much for joining me in this video. I'm Sideline Sato. Hope you enjoyed. Comment down below with your thoughts on this fixture. Subscribe if you're new, and like the video if you enjoyed. Hope you're having a great day. Hope everything's well. Hope everything's well. I'm Sideline Sato. Peace.